Hey guys, I just finished watching episode number 2, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets of the Harry Potter series. And by the way, the background is all ribbons from my wife's vaulting competitions. Anyway, coming back to the movie, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets is part 2 of the 8-part series of the Harry Potter movies. This movie was released somewhere around the early 2010 or 9, I believe. But anyway, the movie is really interesting because it shows how the character of Harry Potter is evolved from the first movie, where he knows more tricks and wizardry, and he is sort of one of the bigger names of the Hogwarts Academy. He also builds new connections with the other people in the academy and his other teachers. This was a really interesting movie where we got to know more about Harry Potter's powers, his wizardry. Also, Harry Potter himself gets to know that some of his powers, like the ability of talking to the snake, was given to him by Voldemort unintentionally. Also, here you get to see how Harry Potter saves the face of his Hogwarts Academy, and how it was almost on the verge of being shut due to certain circumstances that are revealed through this movie. You also see a new character being introduced, which is Ron Weasley's sister, and then how Harry Potter saves her life in the Chamber of Secrets. I won't spoil it with more details, but I should definitely encourage you to watch the second part of the series if you watch the first part. As far as Harry Potter himself is concerned, they show Harry Potter's life off of his Hogwarts days in the beginning of the movie, where he's shown as a regular kid living with his aunt and uncle who treat him very badly, and they also show some background of why Harry Potter lost his parents and why he is living with his uncle and aunt. I also finally got a hold of Emma Watson's character's name. I think it's called Hermione. And they also introduce a new character into the Harry Potter series, which is the younger sister of Ron Weasley. So there's a few interesting twists and turns in the second part of the series, and I really liked it. Not as much as I liked the first part, I should say, but it's really interesting because more revelations are made about these characters. You get to know about Harry Potter's background, something more about his parents, who he doesn't have anymore, and they show some of the cruelty of his aunt and his uncle, and how they are treating him during his off wizardry time when he's back to being a normal kid with them. So it's a really interesting movie, and we found some really good things about Harry Potter's powers, his wizardry, and how he sort of saves his friends. I won't spoil it for people who haven't watched it, but I think here in Harry Potter saves the name of Hogwarts, and he also saves the life of his friend, at least one or two if I remember correctly. In this movie they also show a special connection built between Harry Potter and Dumbledore, who's the master or the headmaster of Hogwarts, and you see why he favors Harry Potter over some of the other wizard students of his for his special abilities. And you also see some connections built between Harry Potter and the other characters of the movie. I also for the first time got to know about I missed that in detail in the first part of the movies, but in the second movie, in the Chamber of Secrets, I got to know more about the game of Quidditch and the rules of how it's played through the Harry Potter movie, and it seems pretty interesting. And now I know why from the University of Maryland, while I was there, I used to play this game called Quidditch, which actually sometimes people thought I played when I played cricket. So yeah, it's an interesting sport, and I wonder how you play that in real life, probably for some other day. But I got to know more about Quidditch and how Harry Potter is playing for his house versus the other houses, trying to gain these points that they're after to become the number one house in the Hogwarts in the Chamber of Secrets. So yeah, overall I think I'd give it about 4 stars out of 5, and I definitely would recommend, if you watched the first movie, you should definitely watch the second movie of the Harry Potter series. And yeah, I will keep you guys posted on how I feel about episode or number 3 in the next video.